I am back with some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're on episode 58 of the Let's Play, and we're going to be continuing on with the story. And yeah, we're going to do the Olympic stuff. I think last time we came to the main area where all the quests are at, and there's like a ton to do. So we're going to be busy in the next few episodes, I think.
You could sing so low.
I'm not doing. I want to do Barnabas thing first. But I've been thinking for the past few days now. Well, since yesterday when I played through Halo. Well, I started up Halo Combat Evolved, and I've been thinking. To maybe because we're coming up to episode 50, which is the next episode of this. I'm kind of thinking maybe for a few weeks to focus on all Halo. Just so we're a bit ahead on Halo. So that, because Infinite will be out soon. Because I'm not sure when Infinite is out. Halo Infinite. And I don't want to rush through the games or anything, but I'm thinking I want to get a few of the Let's Plays done, a few of the games, and then take my time, because the other day when I did some firefight in Halo Reach, I noticed that they've got the Halo 4 Spartan Ops. And I want to try and do as much of the Halo stuff as possible, because I think it'd be cool in like a Let's Play. So I'm kind of thinking we'll do the next episode, episode 50, and then I might not do it. There might be more, but I think the way I am right now, I'm thinking maybe from the Halo where we're at now to maybe the end of Halo 3, maybe. Or maybe Halo 2 and just play Halo, and then we'll come back to this, because one thing we've had, Assassin's Creed's been going on for a while. We're getting to episode 50 now, and maybe the existing videos that we've done of Assassin's Creed could do with a bit of breathing room, because it is a lot of Assassin's Creed that really, if people are watching it, it's a bit of a task to get through them all, because how varied the episodes are. So it's not going anywhere. I'm thinking, and maybe the whole doing from Halo Combat Evolved to Halo 3 might be a bit much, but it's just what I'm thinking right now. Just to have a bit of a hiatus of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If I was like halfway through and I was like at episode 60 or something, I probably would have said, "Oh, we'll just continue." But because we're at episode 50, it's a nice play. It'd be a nice place to just end off for a way. I might make these two episodes a bit longer, but well, maybe the next episode longer. It's just the way I was thinking it the other day, because let me just have a quick look. So, sorry, I know we should be playing it, Assassin's Creed, but I just was thinking about this today. But then I'm thinking it might be too much Halo. Might not do that series too good, me just churning out Halo. Because I'm enjoying I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop this. I really want to continue on, but I'm just thinking, would it do my channel good if I just had a little bit of a break from this? Let my channel breathe a bit more when it comes to Halo? Let me just have a look at release date. I don't know whether it has got one yet. Yeah, it hasn't got a release date. 2021. Maybe it's going to be one of them things with where they'll have like a Game Pass, like game or something, and then they'll just Halo Infinite. It's now on Game Pass. Something like. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something along them lines. Like people say November, August, September, October. Time, like too long to do Halo Reach. Sorry. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. Like, because I'll do this rotation. So I just did the two Halo Combat Evolve episodes today. Well, no, yesterday. Which will be up yesterday and tomorrow. And then I'm going to do this episode. And then episode 50 will be after tomorrow's Halo Infinite. The usual rotation of one day Assassin's Creed, one day Halo. So I do like that pattern as well. But yeah, I'm just thinking maybe just for a few weeks. A few rotations. Just so that we're a bit of ahead with Halo, and we've got a few. There's quite a few episodes out for everyone. Because I think maybe people might be a bit fed up with Assassin's Creed, because it's harder to watch Assassin's Creed, I think, compared to like it's Halo or something, where I can make it like an hour or so long. Whereas this, it can get 2-hour episodes every other day. It can be a bit much. Like, I'm enjoying it, and it is going to come back. But I'm thinking maybe just for a few weeks we'll focus on Halo for a bit, and then we'll come back to this. And it'll probably do me good to have a little bit of a breather, even though I want to play more. And when I do play this, I love it. I'm just thinking for like Halo's sake anyway, Halo Infinite's sake, just to keep ahead a little bit more. Like, I don't need to go too mad with it. I don't need to go like a month and play. I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 weeks maybe of Halo. Like 2 or 3 rotations, I mean, so like before 8, 12, like 12 days worth of Halo maybe. Because I do like the daily videos in batches of 4. I know I should be doing this in a different way, but not in the middle of an episode. But that's what I'm thinking. And then maybe if I'm getting a bit tired of Halo, because it might be too much Halo, then I'll come back to this for a bit. But maybe for like maybe 3 or 4 rotations. 2 or 3 rotations maybe, that'd be better. Do Halo. I think that would get us through a lot of the Halo games, while giving this a bit of breathing. Maybe, yeah, that might work. I'll probably talk about it a little bit more in the next episode, because that might be the last final episode of Assassin's Creed for a little bit. Yeah, I'll think about it during this episode, how much fun I get, but I want to do as much as I can today, and so that you've got this episode and the next one as good as it can be. And then we'll come back to this after a little break, maybe. It's 50 episodes for a Let's Play like this. It's what I was expecting from this game, but what on earth are you fucking doing? But yeah, we'll get into it. Like I said, there's a lot to do around here, so whether we do it all here today, I do not know, because we've actually cleared up this whole area quite well. Oh, did we have the ball fight last episode? Oh, that was a nightmare. We somehow did it though. That was a fucking dreadful thing. Oh yeah, so we've cleared up a lot of this area. I thought we had a bit more to do here, but what on earth are you doing?
Welcome to the Olympics! Breathe in! Can you not taste the excitement in the air?
Are you going to be like this the whole time we're here?
By the gods, yes!
I'll try and win quickly then.
Come now, you must be feeling something.
I'm just having fun with you. Who wouldn't be impressed?
It is a place of immortal glory. You can be sure Ira and Zeus will be watching your performance closely.
Oh, no pressure then.
Forget that for the moment, and let's enjoy the sights and see what Olympia has to offer. Isn't this magnificent?
It's certainly impressive. Though I'm sad we'll be missing the chariot races.
Oh, what I would have given to see that. We should take in the sights and praise the gods to be here at such a time.
Which sites should we see?
There are so many. Let me think. The Temple of Zeus, the Altar of Zeus, and, of course, the Olympic tree.
I wonder why we never got chariot races in this game. Because Origins, I hate the fucking titles of these two games. But Origins, they had a chariot race. I assume they had chariots in this time, surely. They had the wheel and everything. I think so, I don't know. If they made boats and stuff, you'd think they'd make a wheel. Man, you have carts around as well, yeah. But like in Origins, they had the chariot racing. It wasn't great. I think it was in the races anyway. It was dreadful. But you had all that element to the game, and I wonder why they never somehow you don't see anything like that. Like in Origins, sometimes it feels like Origins was meant to come out after this. In some situations, like the technical aspects of this game, it's a bit behind than Origins in a lot of ways. Like Origins, it pushes more like simulating stuff. Like when you're in the desert, you get heat exhaustion and you start hallucinating, stuff like that. Like and visually, I think there's a lot more detail in it, and I think that carries over into Valhalla a lot better, where that is like very similar to Origins. It's pushing more of the game mechanics and the detail side, whereas this it's got a lot of detail, but it's not as a high standard as Origins, I don't think. So I'm not sure whether because of Origins that maybe they were making this and they were like, this map is too big, and they were working on they were working on Odyssey, and they were like, the map is too big, we need a bit more time to work on it. But they were working on Origins, and that was practically finished with the detail and everything, and they just had an extra bit of time to refine it even more. And they were going to release this before, but it weren't ready. Whereas Origins, it might have been... Because Origins is definitely shorter, so maybe they finished the game a lot sooner. Whereas this, it seemed like they added... Because of how big the map is, they probably had to do more stuff in the game. Like they had to, because... yeah, maybe that's the case, I don't know.
We should make an offering to Zeus for good luck in the games.
But a lot of elements I do prefer to this. Like I like the action style of this game. Than Origins. I would like to play through that again at some point because it's been a long time. But I remember that game, the combat. I think this improves on the combat in a way. So maybe this was after, but like certain elements of the game, like maybe it's just a side zone. They couldn't add the detail that Origins has, but
I need to talk to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. It's funny how this isn't... You'd think it'd be... It's not that... It's got elements of Origins, but it's very different in quality in a way. Like, Origins goes for more detail, centric stuff, whereas this it goes for more gameplay and like the RPG side of everything more. So maybe that's the case because maybe because I guess they didn't have the same director, so they probably went different directions anyway. Maybe that's why. Yeah, my little rumble. I like them both though. I need to get Valhalla at some point. That would be actually a good Let's Play to do, because I ain't played that before.
To think
We'll see.
I would see such an offering to the gods in Olympia itself.
I've never seen anything like this.
And this is nothing. On the final day, the Magiros will slaughter 100 bulls for the hecatomb to honor Zeus.
Delicious.
Oh, I think I've had
bit
enough
disgusting.
of the stench of offal and burnt meat.
Well then, I think we have spent enough time here.
Agreed. Let's go. We're in Olympia.
This is kind of cool.
It's only fitting we visit the Temple of Zeus.
Oh, this would have been cool if this was this would have been cool if this was how they did the you know, the tour thing. What on earth are you doing? The tour thing is kind of boring because there's not much like interactivity. You just go around and you look at bits of text. Whereas if it was voice acted, I know that's a lot of work and they probably wouldn't give it for free if you had to deal with that, but yeah, definitely I would probably go through like that side of the game, that side of the, like, it's cool that they do it, like it's, especially when it's free. Like if I had that sort of tool back at school, it being a bit more interactive, like it is. It's a lot more interesting, I think. It's like, if you're in a video game, you don't want to read most of the time, you just want to roam around. And that's probably what people do when they do study everything, but...
Unbelievable craftsmanship.
surprised that they haven't done...
Much better than the statue in Kefalonia.
I'm surprised that they haven't done a tour, like a tour in a Far Cry game or something. I'm surprised they ain't done that yet. Especially how absurd that would be if they went through like the law that way.
I heard it's one of the wonders of the world, and sculpted by your friend, Phidias.
I'd hardly say friend. Even acquaintance might be pushing it.
Can't you just feel the presence of Zeus and Hera when you stand here?
I thought it was the wind.
Don't mock the gods!
My life's been tainted by prophecy and the word of the gods. I've yet to see their hand in anything in this life.
You may not see it, but they have steered you to greatness. You will be a hero for the ages.
At what cost?
Don't think yourself as tortured by the gods, but as molded for greatness by their hands.
I am molded by no one's hands. If the gods know me, they watch in silence.
Come, let's leave this place. Fortunately for you, I have enough faith for the both of us.
Yeah, I kind of wish I went with the different
I'd like
option
to
for
see
that.
the Olympic tree.
She sounded a bit like a Karen then. But the one thing this does do just as well as Origins is it is absolutely gorgeous of a game. Absolutely beautiful. Who'd have thought we'd be able to play these sort of games in like back in the day when we were playing like things like Tomb Raider? Playing something like this, it's crazy. It's unbelievable.
You brought me to see a tree?
Not just any tree. This is the sacred tree from which the winner's kotinos are made.
I'd rather have Drachmi than a
Kotinos is
wreath.
no ordinary wreath. The olive branches are harvested by children and taken to the temple of Ira. There, the Hellenodike, or judges, make the wreaths.
I guess they'll be lighter to carry back to Sparta than gold.
At least you see the practicality, if not the wonder, of the Olympic wreaths.
Varnavas,
Yes?
thank you for this. I hope I wasn't too much of a distraction.
No, it was made better by your company. A flock of harpies couldn't
such
dampen
a
my
legend.
spirits. We are at the Olympics. You're competing, and I believe you'll win.
Or maybe... I'm just thinking about the Halo idea. Maybe... every rotation. So like, we'll do the episode 50. And then we'll do... Cause like I said, I do... days of 4 when I'm streaming. And then at the weekends I do like random stuff. And it's been working so far quite well. But what I'm thinking is maybe... this is an alternate idea for keeping Assassin's Creed relevant, still around, and maybe not overburdening Halo. So maybe, because in rotations of 4 days, so usually I would do Halo, Assassin's Creed, Halo, Assassin's Creed. Maybe in the next rotation we'll do just Halo for 4 days on the trot. So after episode 50, we'll do 4 days of Halo, and then we'll come back to this rotation. So, so maybe I might switch the days around for this. So maybe once we've done the 4 days of Halo, maybe I'll break it up so Assassin's Creed, like switch the days around. Maybe that might work. So say the next rotation. After episode 50, we'll do Combat Evolved, or if we get into Halo 2. And then we'll go to Halo, then we'll go to Halo, Assassin's Creed, Halo, Assassin's Creed. That might be better, because then it means that we're not going for like weeks without Assassin's Creed coming back, so maybe that might work for a little bit. That might be a little bit better. Okay. I'll have to really think about this in my free time instead of talking about a whole episode around it. But like I said, like this is somewhat like a podcasty sort of series where I can talk about random stuff and how the channel is, because it is a lot of running around to points and then enjoying the quests when they do pop up. Yeah, that might be a bit better. Instead of having like 4 rotations of just Halo, because that might be too much. Yeah, I think that might be better. Let me, like, when this is up on YouTube, I'll probably done the next rotation, but I'll do the next rotation of 4 episodes. Let me know if you want to see Assassin's Creed, and you want me to keep this routine. Let me know, because I'll just keep it. Or do you prefer the Halo and you want me to push through that? Because it's not going to be worth it if I'm thinking this is right and then people are going to hate the idea. It's just that on YouTube, there's a few views on Assassin's Creed and Halo, but I'm just thinking, would it benefit Assassin's Creed more if I just let Assassin's Creed have a little bit of breathing room for a little bit after episode 50? Yeah. No, sorry, we'll get into some story stuff. Yeah. It's just a thought for idea anyway.
I'm here for the Pancration.
You must be joking. The only fighter we're missing is Testicles.
Testicles. That's me.
I'm Testicles.
Your testicles. The same testicles I went out drinking with last season. The one who made advances on my wife.
Shit.
And brother.
The diet and training is transformative.
Obviously.
The people came for a show. I'll give them one.
This is unprecedented. But the crowd will riot if the Pancration is cancelled. Very well. The competition begins shortly.
Time to go.
Quite fitting that we're doing this as the Olympics for 2021 just ended, really. Kind of nice that we're doing something like this. Oh, this is cool. Whoa, look at that man bod. Wow, she's a fucking bloke.
Welcome all! It
Jesus.
is my pleasure to introduce to you Kallias, a former champion here in the stadium, and now an esteemed judge here in Olympia.
My friends, it is an honor for me to introduce this event, one so close to my heart. The Pancration! I will not
This
delay you with
boxing.
words, for we all want to see action. For Zeus, let the competition commence!
I'll squish you like a bag!
It's funny how they don't care about it from them.
Ha! You'll be easy!
Can you block? Why can't you block, Kassandra? What the fuck?
That's not fair! It hurts!
Where's your tough talk gone now?
Why you?
Don't kick him. That's
That was
that's
your
hurting a
best?
man while he's down.
That was but the beginning!
What?
Now that our contestant is warmed up, let's see what she can do against Erastos!
Good luck!
Don't blink, or you will be seeing stars!
Oh, fucking. Wait, she charges up a punch.
Come on! That's the spirit!
That's so awkward.
The crowd loves you, but you're not done yet.
Not done?
A fine offering to the gods, wouldn't you say? Soon, we will return for the final contest. The mighty Kassandra against our reigning champion, Voriavs.
Why go come back? Really? What's the point of all that? Come on, that's a lot of fluff then. God's sake. Alright, fair enough.
Astounding! To think I could be a companion to an Olympic champion.
Oh, you're even better at sparring than I am. Though, if Socrates were a more willing partner...
Alcibiades, are you all right?
I was with my friends, Demophanes and Kallias. Respected Olympic judges, no less.
Too much cheap wine?
You look like you drank from Medea's cup.
Medea's cup? You think he's been poisoned? You were celebrating?
It's the Olympics. What's not to celebrate? We were at the Leonideon.
If you've been poisoned, I need to find these judges.
Poisoned? Do you think that they could be too, or... No, never. They're good men. You can't think one of them. They host a celebration every Olympics to celebrate the sacred truce.
Stay with
That doesn't
him.
look good, mate.
I'll find out what happened.
Extend to me your olive branch, and I will take the grove.
What's the prize? I do love this game. It is just so chill, but there's an amount of stuff we're gonna get into. What happens if I just kill them? God damn it. I'm not going to be able to just kill him, am I? Suppose you can do that. And there's still a lot to do.
Don't worry, I'll stay with Alcibiades.
God help you. Honestly, in this sort of a world, like, I would really consider anyone giving me food or going to any, like, dinner. So it's just so risky, especially if you're a politician anyway. Like, you'd really have to consider...
Where the greatest athletes compete for fame and glory.
You'd really have to consider whether you're being poisoned or not. It's like, it's like Boris Johnson in the UK. I think a few times he said he orders, like, takeaways and everything to the 10 Downing Street. And if you didn't, like... I'm sure there's a lot of security, like anonymous stuff, but... What if you like if some dodgy geezer found out like he's delivering to the 10 Downing Street? There's a good chance if he didn't know what the politician stood for, he just couldn't trust it. Oh, I wouldn't. There's too much risk, especially back in these times anyway, where it's like. If you don't, it's pretty much like modern day in a way, where if you don't like what we say,
Truce is fragile enough.
if you don't like what we say, then you're cancelled. That's sort of
This
relevant.
was definitely poison, and Alcibiades wasn't the only victim.
How did he last so long? Because he's been out in the heat, walking around. These guys are all shaded up and protected. Surely Alcibiades would be a lot weaker, or probably even. If these are dead, so should he. If they were moving, I'd be like, okay. But they don't look very alive to me.
This proves it. Poison. It must have been added to the food and wine. This food smells strange, but it's not rotten. Supply list for the celebration. And the merchant's name. Time to pay this Priam a visit.
He's a fucking idiot. Why would you put your name down? Unless he didn't know, but... Yeah, he probably didn't know. It'll probably be something that leads to that cultist.
Now, we're going to have a conversation.
Please, please, I was just doing what I was told.
I'm not after you. I'm after whoever wanted this done.
I don't know, I never saw him. I just thought he wanted to fix a race, but then I saw what started happening, and I knew they'd been poisoned.
My friend, Alcibiades. I need to save him.
You'll likely find the antidote up at Fort Coroibos.
Of course.
Whoever did this will pay. Go, and don't let me see your face again.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-oh. What is... Shit! Fuck you, cultist! Come on then. I need a warm up. Yeah. No. No. Goddamn coldest. So, where's this? Valley of Olympia. Fort... blah, blah, blah. Is it up there? That looks like a fort to me. I might as well head to that location, question mark, along the way. Where are we going? I still hate the fucking icons in this game. If it'd be better if they just showed up on the compass. Or when you've got them, like the marker activated. Well, like, you could tell like they wanted to have chariots then, because they wouldn't just have people running around like this like idiots. Like at least, well, they would have people running around, but at least in Origins, they had, I think they had like both, didn't they? It's been that long, but you would see chariots riding around all the time. It's making me think it's weird that they didn't have, unless they didn't have, like surely they would have cars. Like, they had to have. They made like boats and everything before a wheel. That to me is hard to believe in a way. Oh, tomb. Oh, a tomb. Tomb to meet you. Oh, that fucking makes sense. Where do we go? Top, I guess. Drop down. Oh, hey. Maybe this is it. Maybe we don't need to. That's not it. Is it like a cave? Here we are. Whoa. It's like crazy how much gold they have, like the metals and everything. It just shows how rich the world used to be. Like resources, until the human race were like, we want it all. Oh, this is it. This is it for the tomb. That's kind of pathetic. It's really sad for this tomb. Like in most, like even though they're all the same mostly for these tombs, the same sort of art style and everything. But at least others, they had some, like you went down a hallway for a little bit longer than this, but to be honest, at least it gets it out of the way. Some of them, they go a bit ridiculous and there's no purpose to it. But that to me seemed a bit pathetic for a tomb. Yeah, we got the assassin damage. Right, yeah, that's the fort, definitely. Right, we head there and chill out, and let's try and take on this fort sneakily. Probably save it. I really love this outfit, this armor. So really perfectly crafted. I know it's not very Assassin's Creed like with the hood and everything, but you could say that about the game.
This must be the antidote.
How big is this? How big is it? I can only play if it's big. Oh, it's rather large, isn't it? I think she will be very pleased. Kassandra will like a large area to play with. Yeah, Here we go. Right, we'll do the old save, because you know what this game is like. It will decide, it will want to fuck me over as much as it can possibly
They'll
do.
be watching for me. I need to be careful.
What you fucking thing there? Let's see. Oh fuck. I should be able to take this guy down. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do. Oh, yeah, just about. That doesn't make sense. Don't know how I got away with that. Do not know how I got away with that. I'll take the win. Come on, Kassandra. Go in the hole. There you go. Well done. Oh dear. Someone needs to get a lawnmower in this bitch.
I'll find who that is.
I'll find out who that is. Imagine that. Fucking blade in the throat like that. Don't know how that actually works. That's a lot of strength to do that. Probably say it's the magical blade. Oh. Did not notice you. Sometimes I wouldn't be surprised if they survived that. Oh shit. Oh my god. You pushed your luck there, game, didn't you? How did that work? Don't know how that worked. Yeah. How dare you? How dare you want to air assassinate in an Assassin's Creed game? So stupid how you can't do that. Oh, the air assassination, it just doesn't work in this. In like other games where you could jump, like 100 meters to get the air assassination, it's like, you can't do that. That's not realistic. But then you can do superhero landings with a force effect around it, and it's all fine. Absolute joke.
I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh, burn.
Do you know how to say
What a savage.
You could teach me.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That's such a fucking burr right there. If I spot a good sail a ship, so can I.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's dreadful. Imagine that's the last thing you turn around is a fucking beautiful woman and then she stabs you in the throat. Fucking messed up, innit? Fucking... How's that possible? It's funny how they don't have roll call, like, you'd think they'd go, hang on, my friend's meant to be here this time. Something's wrong about that. Like, not even like the last 3 guys or something are like, guys, is there something wrong? Where's everyone gone? Especially when they start vanishing out of thin air. It ain't like the bodies are around for Kassandra right now, because got that stupid ability where they just evaporate into thin air, like... there's no traces of them at all. Besides like a drop sword or a shield now and then. Which should be a red flag, even if the body isn't there. Yeah, ignore the big blood splatter on the side of the fucking wall. What was it? Oh yeah, in other news, they've just updated Sea of Thieves. And they've, I think they fixed quite a few things with our Garmineurs, like the you know, all the mobs that spawned on the islands, that they were getting a bit, it was just ridiculous how often they were spawning in. Well, they've somewhat fixed that now, so that's a good improvement. So I might be playing some more Sea of Thieves at the weekend for random streams. Because actually that game's been a lot better at the weekends playing that, instead of it being part of the usual rotation. And I feel like Fallout 76 has lended itself well to being in that rotation, as it has been. Yeah, like I think the channel's been running really well. It's just really, my thoughts on Assassin's Creed today has been whether I should just let it have a bit of breathing room after episode 50. But I think I'm coming around, I'm liking the idea of what I just came up with recently, of it's still coming up as usual, but per rotation it'll be per rotation, it like one rotation it might just be all Halo, and then the next, oh, this might mistake, this is a mistake. I handled that quite quickly. I had to charge up my attacks, I couldn't just dawdle. I had to get that done. How many guards are left? If there's 3, I can... do this. Oh. Oh, fuck you, Bounty. I'm not doing that. I've got to be in the mood to do bounties. I can't. No. I wonder what happens. I guess if you ain't got the money, you can't pay off the bounties. That'd be a nightmare. Is that it? The fort complete? Yeah. I did that quite well, besides the ending with the bounty and like the... Fuck yeah, I'm killing her. I shouldn't have been scared of her really, but... Oh. That's what I talk about. She wasn't that tough, but... I got my bounty money back. Yeah, that was worth it. Okay, cool. Oh. A cultist just chilling. He's just chilling. He's walking up here like nothing. Is that the guy that... I'm gonna kill this fucker. Is that a big guy? Yeah, it is. I'm saving it. He's alone and he's not in the city anymore, then... I wonder if there's any negative effects to this. Me doing this so early. Because I assume he's involved in future stuff. Yes. I wonder how that will affect the quest line. I've killed him so soon. I would have probably left it if we were still in the town. But the fact that he's there, like, it's a good opportunity to kill him, really. Shit. That's fucked up. Oh, there's a question mark there. Is that in the actual bounds? Oh, that's in that area. I know I could probably... Shall we go there? I don't want to start something that I don't want to do. Well, where's that? There's a chest here somewhere. Is there like a... Well, it's a bit like Sea of Thieves right now. Now, the one thing they did, I watched the update video they did for Sea of Thieves, and I know that they don't want to downgrade the game, But they make out like the update was the smoothest thing that they've ever put out. And if you've seen my gameplays, Sea of Thieves, when they released Season 3, it was a mess. And I know that they put a lot of work into the update, and it is a good update deep down, but when it released it, it was compared to the state that Season 2 was in, Season 2 was way more enjoyable and polished than what it was like when Season 3 started in Sea of Thieves. And that's what really burned me out with Sea of Thieves, is that update. I've enjoyed it recently because I've been just doing the Sea of Thieves stuff. Like, if the one thing the update has done, it's made me think, it's made me appreciate the Sea of Thieves content more than... What the fuck? What on earth? Okay, free stuff. What the fuck is this? Broken animals. Okay, free leather. Okay. But yeah, like I didn't like that in the because what they were doing in the update video is show the reaction to the trailer over the reaction to the actual release of the update. And that was okay before the update was coming out, showing people's reaction to the future update, because that's like, everyone was so excited. I was one of them. I was like, oh, this is going to be a really cool update. I'm so glad to get into Sea of Thieves when I did. But when they're in the update video to fix all the crap that was broken, for them to say everyone absolutely loved the update, but they were showing people reacting to the trailer, it's still a bit, I don't know. I thought it's just kind of amusing to me. It would have been nice for them to say thanks for the... I think they probably did. I didn't watch the whole video, but it would have been nice for them to say, yeah, I know that we released it a bit soon, but we needed a few more. We needed the testing. That's what I get from it. And that's what I didn't like, is that it's the typical gaming trope of idiots like me falling for, oh, this is going to be a really good update, and then it comes out buggy, like Cyberpunk. I thought Cyberpunk would have been... Everyone did. Everyone trusted CD Projekt Red to release not a polished game, because The Witcher wasn't polished, and especially with the sort of game that they were trying to push for Cyberpunk, we thought something was a bit... We thought it would be a completely different game to what was actually released, and it isn't like Sea of Thieves isn't like that. At launch it was playable, but it was just empty. It was just not the content there. And that's the thing. If you've got a game in a bad state and you want to release it, just say it's a game preview. That's why with Grounded, I'm loving that game, and I know there's problems with updates that comes through, but at least I know it's game preview, and I know it's early access, and I know that the game's in full development, and what we're doing is going to help. But it's when they promote a game that's not finished, and they're like, this, it's not finished, but they say it's finished. That's what I hate with current game development. And if you can release a game that's somewhat polished and good content's there, it's fine. But if it's something that you are completely lying about, like a No Man's Sky, a Cyberpunk, it's fucked up. Like, if I was a developer and I knew the game that I was working on wasn't the stuff that they were fucking putting out, I wouldn't care about my job. I would say this is wrong. Even if they filed a lawsuit against me, if it meant that they would snap out of it, and people who are putting money down, I think people would respect the person calling them out, working there, saying that because the people working there want to create the best game that they can. And that's what was with Cyberpunk, is that the people in power, they were like, they pretty much said, what the fuck? They pretty much said, yeah, they just pretty much said, well, we want the holiday money more than anything. And the one thing with Cyberpunk is that they still insist on releasing these title cards on Twitter about how many players are doing this sort of thing in the game. And it's like, you would have had 4 times as many people doing that if you had a good game released. And it's just such, it's annoying. They want to do good promotion, but the people in charge fucking, every time there's a tweet out, the responses are going to be bad because you fucked over everyone. And I know that people want to stick up for the game, but it's just, and the game is in a state now where you need to just support the developers so they can just get on with the fixing. But it's just, you know, it's just like with Sea of Thieves, is that they did that with the Pirate's Life update, and because I was playing that with Season 2 and I was loving the game so much, and then when they released Season 3 and it was really buggy for me, like not being able to play what they were advertising, that to me is not good. Like, I really wanted to give up with Sea of Thieves when that was happening. And the fact that they've only just recently fixed the certain things I wanted to fix now, it's took them quite a while, and it's a bit, I don't know. At least they fixed it. At least it isn't like, oh, like Cyberpunk, it feels like they've gave up on the game, but when really they are working on it in the background. But yeah, let's continue. So.
Here, I have the antidote.
It's funny how all them other people died and he's okay. Like, he's lasted this long. Probably all the sex he's had. He's like got higher immunity. He's got that many diseases. He's probably got more of other stuff than.
More wine, please, to wash away the taste.
A treatment worthy of Hippocrates.
I can already feel my stamina returning.
Didn't you have one last fight in the Pancration?
Let's go.
Yeah, I really love her armor, like this armor design. It's so really nice. Guess we'll finish off this episode with this. If this is the last part to this quest, we'll probably finish off the episode there. I think it'd be nice. And then the next episode I might make a bit longer. Like this and the next episode, it's going to be a lot of quests, so that's one good thing if I did take a break after. It isn't like we're finished off on question mark and yeah. I only felt like
You could sing so low.
there was only episode 40 where it was only episode 40 where we killed the Minotaur, and that felt like it was only a few moments ago. I wonder, because we killed that guy, I wonder if it's gonna bring it to light that he's already dead. I wonder, it'll be interesting if he's somehow alive. Imagine
Your
that.
next
I wouldn't
opponent
be
is
surprised.
Dorios, claims to be descended from Heracles himself.
I'm ready.
You ever faced an Olympic champion before?
I fought all sorts of people, and they were armed with more than just their fists. Let me in there.
I hope they bring up that he's dead. Kind of funny if he just shows up, especially when he was such a famous character. What?
Let's
Why
get
does he
this over
take your
with.
clothes off, mate?
For Ira. We've seen our esteemed newcomer rise quickly to become a contender. But let's see how she does against our reigning champion, Doriath!
I'll squash you like a bug.
You'll have to try harder if you want to live.
Ow. That was it. That was easy. That wasn't the guy we killed, was it?
Nikkei!
I'll have to check. These sort of missions kind of remind me of, like, you know, Bully? Them weird sort of tasks you had to do, like, during class and everything. God, if I played through that game, you'd be embarrassed in all the lessons. Be absolutely dreadful.
The gods have looked kindly on these, our champions! But there can only be one winner! Sparta! Yours is eternal glory!
There's gonna be more. Is this just for this one? I thought there were more, like running and everything. Okay. Interesting. Mastery level 1. Mastery. Do we get to see that? Or is that just... Is that just like... Okay, I guess it's just saying that you've leveled up again. To be honest, it'd be kind of cool if it was like a prestige thing where it just put you back to the normal level. Well, it makes sense because like in prestige and COD it was more... It was more about like starting again and like doing even better the second time around. Remember when prestige was like everyone used to go on about how quickly they got to prestige and everything in COD. Like, I remember that at school. Like, that was just... That was just one thing that stood out back in the day. That was when COD was somewhat like everything. Remember back in the day, like 2013, but beyond that, gaming was such peak level. Yeah, GTA 5 came out. COD was at its at its best almost. You had like Assassin's Creed was still like churning out. I think was it Black Flag? It's just crazy how much we got back then. Now we still get good stuff now. It just a lot of the stuff that comes out, it's not finished. That's the biggest problem with the state of games. Is that it's the state of it's not the developers, I think. It's more on the people, the publishers. They're like, I'll put it out. We'll fix it later. Just kind of, it's fine, but like, I think everyone would appreciate it more if it was a bit more transparent. Like, we want to put this out. We need the extra funding to keep it breathing, because like, it's just strange how some games just aren't able to like look at. Microsoft must be really supporting like State of Decay, for example, because besides some of the extra DLC that State of Decay 2 does, all the stuff is free. Like, they've got like Heartland and stuff like that that's paid, but everything else is free. They don't charge for anything, like, and they're still updating the game, and you'd think that shows that Microsoft is really helping State of Decay, and all their games really. Same with, well, Sea of Thieves supports itself with all the currencies, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this episode here, and then I'll be back with the next episode, which will be up not tomorrow, be the day after. I started up Combat Evolved yesterday, so check that out if you haven't yet. But yeah, I'll do the next episode, which will be episode 50, just right after this. So more or less next time we'll be continuing right where we left off. And I'll give a think to how I want to handle Halo and Assassin's Creed from after episode 50. I might start uploading more Halo. That's what I'm thinking. Just to give this game a bit more breathing room for what episodes are on YouTube. I think, yeah, and it'll somewhat help with, I think it'll help with Halo Infinite when that comes out. It'll mean that it'll mean that we can play Infinite as somewhat soon when it does come out, because if it isn't till November, we've still got a few months to get through everything, so we've got time. I'm just worried that like somehow Combat Evolved is going to be like 20 episodes long, which I'd really doubt. That's just what I'm thinking. Like, and I would like to be able to play Halo Wars and everything as well, because they're like optional. Like, if we miss them, we miss them, but I would like to play them as well, because I've not played them at all. I think I played Halo Wars 2 beta, but that was more for the multiplayer. So it'd be kind of nice to be able to play through them, because that'd be a game that I ain't played before. And the original Halo Wars, I ain't played that before. So, and I think Halo Wars 2 connects with a more Infinite. I think the villain in that is in Halo Infinite, so it would make sense to play at least Halo Wars 2. Yeah, we'll see. I think Assassin's Creed is still going to be around, but I think I'm going to maybe upload more of Halo for a bit. I think that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, because we got to episode 50 Assassin's Creed next time, it'll make sense to just to allow Assassin's Creed to have a little bit of a break for a while, and then we'll be back. And it'll help me with it'll give this a bit of a refresher for me, and yeah, so maybe next episode, if we can do as much of the Olympic stuff as we can, and like wrap up this sort of area, then it'd be better when we go to like continue story, because I think the next area is all a while away. It's on the other side of the map, so that'll be a journey on itself, so that'll be somewhat of a good part to come back to. But if we can get most of the Olympic stuff done next episode, I think that'll be a good episode 50, which I'll do, like I said, in a minute. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here for today. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.